morning.
I
Hi,
think it
Mama.
worked.
Did.
Oh, look at that. Hey guys, hey Benton. I think I saw Elisa
Yes, Elisa's in the
Casada.
house. Benton's in the house. Triple
Hello,
J house. Hi.
Tri-
Nice to see
hey
you.
Triple J. Let's wait a couple minutes.
Oh, Alma's here, Ma.
There's Alma. Yeah, Alma. It is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Who is Nelson's girl?
He's talking. I think he wants to know who Michaela is.
Oh, Michaela Nelson. Yeah, we're going to talk about her after we talk about Heidi. Michaela Nelson. She's missing for a month.
Oh, Kenny.
Aw, Kenny got a crush on Iconic.
Aw.
Retro.
Oh, my feelings are hurt. No.
Yeah, Alma, I really was not expecting to hear this today. I don't think any of us were.
We were so focused on Michaela and doing a lot of research on her, and then Kaz and I were speaking, and Mo and Boots went live, and I didn't even get the chance to even start digging yet, not thinking anything was going to be new on Heidi, and then boom, I thought, what?
Yeah, the things I do at 4 o'clock in the morning, Ma.
Ugh. Yeah, you are definitely on a different schedule.
Just a tad.
Dedication.
And what do they mean, incident? Yeah, we're gonna go over. We'll do a recap Alma on what they found out today. It goes from the floor now it's something in an apartment. The car being found October 4th, right? The car was found.
Yeah,
November.
No, why do I keep saying October? November 4th.
yeah.
The car was found a couple blocks away, and we'll hear what Jim Wayne has to say, and then we'll listen to the Pressy. Yeah, something happened, Alma. Let me show you, get the picture of what they found evidence on. They say someone said the 40th floor. If that's correct, I don't know. Then it came out today that they found evidence in an apartment. I'm not even sure where I heard that, to be honest with you guys.
Well, I think that rumour started with the 40th floor was to do with the fact that on the 41st floor there is an international gamers apartments where they have parties, and there is some affiliation to Mr. Sugarman.
Oh, would you imagine that?
Yes, so
Wait. Rewind. Say that again, Kaz.
okay. On the 41st floor of the Hope Building, there is an international gamers um, club, organization, whatever you'd like to call it, that does gaming. And there is talk that Mr. Sugarman did some betting on this, but this did happen prior to us knowing that Heidi had been there. And he'd done some major bets on these guys that do games online. And I thought, oh, so Mr. Sugarman, you know where the Hope Building is, do you? Very interesting.
Okay, well that's interesting, but I don't know if you're gonna. I mean, remember too though, no purse, a mask, and a dog. And why was she parked so far away from the building?
Yes, she was parked in, oh, what was the name of the place where you said it's a stadium? Um,
Staples.
Staples, yes. She was. A car was found in the Staples underground parking.
So, Alma, we're thinking that because they're searching, something was found in the trash chute. I don't know what, but that's what we believe brought them to the landfill. And this is one of the actual trash compactors from the building, big enough to fit a 105-pound body. Now, I don't know who tried that experiment out, but
Benton, we're asking ourselves the same question. Why was she there with the dog?
that's the question. That is the $1,000,000 question, Benson. What made her go to that apartment and what lured her there? Somebody she probably knew. And it happened inside the apartment building.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised, Alma, if they came up that she accidentally fell. You don't accidentally fall down a garbage chute that the door weighs quite a considerable amount of weight. That's impossible.
Yeah, and those doors are heavy. The doors are very heavy to try to hold the chute open. You have to hold it, you got to pull it down. Like that thing is heavy. And then what happens when it gets to the bottom? Oh,
And
do they smush it?
Kaz brought up that case in Australia. They pretty much proved you can't do it yourself. You have to have somebody put you in there. You can't just fold yourself into one of them. It's impossible.
Fold yourself. Stop.
I can't help it.
I mean, when they did the testing on these garbage chutes, the weight and the weight of the door is a factor, but most garbage chutes doesn't have anything for you to hold on to. So you have to physically get one leg in to hold down the lid and then somehow contort your leg to get it in the other way and then stick your arms up in the air and go whee all the way down the
You know
chute.
what I'm saying? You would have to fold yourself.
And if it's got a lip on it, well, then it's absolutely impossible. I don't know if you guys have like little scoop lids where you put the bags in and then they fall down, or do you just open it up and it's a straight down chute? I don't know about that.
I think it has like a little bend at the end, depending on where the chute and what it goes into. But then the question is it a trash compactor? Because that's usually what you put down to go into a trash compactor.
Yeah, which is
That's
normally
not funny,
situated
Kenny. Where there's a way, there's a we.
Bad boy, Kenny.
I mean, she would definitely. I mean, it's definitely the only thing in there is like it's like a square steel thing all the way down to where the trash is.
And that's why I don't believe it was she accidentally fell in. There's no way. Even she went head first. If she wanted to do something detrimental to herself, there are more ways of doing it than sticking your head down a garbage chute.
Yeah, is that
And
anybody's first thought of a way to take themselves out? I'm gonna go in the garbage disposal. That doesn't even make any sense.
I know it's so crazy.
Yeah, and
Wake
then
up and think of what I'm going to do today. Yes, I'm going to go up to level 28 of the Hope Building. I'm going to randomly pick that floor and I'm going to open the garbage chute and I'm going to go down to see what will happen. having no concern at all for her son, which I totally don't believe, she wouldn't do that. In my opinion, she would not do that.
I don't know.
Oh.
If you listen to Jim, she might.
No, I do not think for 1 minute. I think that she was coaxed there. I think she knew what she was going to do something. Now they're talking. You can talk about Sugarman playing cards on the 40th floor. You can say it all you want. I do not think that Sugarman is involved in this. I think somebody wants us to think that. Kaz, check private chat roll, guys. You guys got to hold down the fort for 1 minute. I have a little Mexican yelling at me to come pick her up because obviously her legs are not working at the moment. So I will be right back in 2 minutes.
Okay. Oh,
Mama,
God.
what do you mean by light switches and breaker box?
Yeah, Kaz, you guys check private chat for 1 sec. I put a thing in there.
Oh, yeah, I see.
And I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Iconic, I'm just going to have to pop in, so I'm just going to mic down. So I'm going to leave it to you for a second, okay, Dove?
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what I'm allowed to say yet, so I'm going to look at some of these comments and just see what some of y'all have said real quick. And how are we feeling? Okay, so put a 1 if you feel like you're leaning more towards the husband. Put a 2 if you're feeling more like maybe Sugarman. And if you feel like there's no option for you in either of those two, just put a 3. I'm curious. I know I've been wishy-washy. Triple J, I'm not sure if there are cameras in the hallway of the building. It looks like from the videos we've seen, there are some outside. I'm interested to know about inside, but I can't imagine that there wouldn't be this day and age.
Well, I agree with you, Iconic, for security purposes, and this is a really relatively new building. It was only completed a short period of time ago, so it's got to have all the bells and whistles.
Like if I'm in a building, I imagine there to be cameras near the entrance, near the lobby somewhere, maybe even the elevators. I would imagine I'm always on camera.
Yeah, I concur with that because they'd have to, for privacy is a major factor. They don't want people going on floors that they're not supposed to be on.
Exactly.
So they have to have security cam on each floor. Of course, they probably don't have any in the stairwells, but definitely in the elevators, definitely on each floor, quite a lot, I'd say, in the foyer and outside.
I haven't even considered stairwells at this point.
Well, there you go. Alma's just confirmed what we were asking. Because when Alma went to have a little walk around, Alma definitely saw them when she went on her little road trip for us, which is awesome. Once again, Alma, that was awesome of you to do that.
I think that was Rosanna.
Oh, was it? Oh, are you sure?
I might be mistaken.
Oh, no, you're right. It wasn't Alma. Gee, I'm a dodo. It was Rosanna. See, this is what happens when you get to a certain age, your memory goes.
Oh, I feel you. I have a TBI, so I forget everything. I'm like a Dory.
Yeah.
When they find her, you think they'll make an arrest in the same hour? I agree, because I think everyone is kind of a flight risk.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I think they just have to dot their I's. When they've dotted their I's and crossed the T's and they've got everything that they can hold somebody on, they'll because it's been such a high profile thing in LA, I'm pretty sure that they would make an arrest rather quickly. Yeah, Benton, I agree. That's what I call it old timers disease, because I'm old.
You're both old. Jeez, you can't even keep it down. You can't remember Rosanna. Confusing her with Alma.
I
And
know.
Benson, my dog's legs work. Believe me, my dog's legs work. She is just so spoiled that what she does is she plays a game with the cat and she barks from the back sunroom because she wants me to go pick her up in front of him and show the kitty how spoiled she is. That's why her legs are not working because she's spoiled.
Oh, bless her socks.
As she should be.
All right, let me see.
Oh, I'll be right back. I have to go grab a charger. I didn't realize I'm not plugged in.
Okay, grab one. Kaz sent me the you sent me the Discord link.
Oh, did I? Oh. See, you got to remember, I've been up since 1 a.m. this morning. It is now 2:36 p.m. So,
I know.
oh, silly me, silly me.
Hey, Sherry.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll get it in there for you.
Hugs and kisses, Sherry. Leave your little butt, monk.
Okay. All right.
Hummingbird is in the real world with her family for the holidays.
Okay, I've dropped the link.
Yeah, they said up to 10 days, Benton. I don't think it's going to take that long, only because it's a private landfill.
And they don't have that much area sectioned off. It doesn't look like.
Yeah, they know exactly the area that whatever garbage they're looking for went on a grid. They just have to determine. I mean, I was trying to, get a glance into that garbage area to see if it was compacted. Could you imagine calling the building and saying, "Yes, I'm curious about renting a unit. Do you compact your trash,
Oh,
or is there an incinerator?" But that is what I mean. It could be just a regular garbage chute. It could just be regular garbage chute goes into the thing. The truck picks it up and it goes to the landfill, but it goes to a private landfill. Maybe they pay for private garbage removal. I don't know.
Well, I did some hunting on that landfill organisation that owns it. There's actually 639 acres that they've got to place people's garbage in, and they do allow the general public to go in and deposit their items that they no longer wish to have, but it's in a separate area to where the commercial areas are. So,
No, Alma, we don't. Hummingbird and I had never had a cat fight. No fighting with me, girl. I don't fight with anybody.
no, we all
I
get
don't.
along really well.
Yeah, I don't fight with anybody, girl.
Not enough hours in the day.
Nope. I get along with everyone, and I think there's people, if I don't get along with them or I'm just not kind of feeling the vibe, I just tend to not be around that person or say I'm not vibing with that person because there's a million other people on YouTube to vibe with. Yeah, she's with her family, her son, the kids, Thanksgiving, a couple things were going on, so she is taking a break. Okay, guys, let's watch the Pressy.
Okay.
I have not seen this yet, guys. Like I said, I was out late. And that is also, guys, why the Facebook meeting has been pushed back, because since Hummingbird and I are cat fighting, I wanted her, she needs to be there, so we're gonna pull it back until I forget when I push it to the first. And if she's not good by then I'm not waiting any longer because that meeting needs to take place. And plus, Iconic had a little family things going on with family for Thanksgiving. And we weren't sure if her family was going to be in town or leaving today. So I didn't want that to be a distraction. So I thought, you know what? Let's just get through the holiday until the 1st, and then we can take care of it because then it's going to be Christmas, New Year's, and then we're all going to be another year older. Oh, gosh. So here's the trash compactor. Alma Rosanna went out and took a video of the building the other day, and we'll show you that after the pressy. It's beautiful. It was really clean. Even the alley was clean. Wait, this is the ex-husband speaks out. Is that the press conference that you sent me? Let's watch Wayne first, I guess. Yeah, Kaz, I don't know where you sent it. I can't seem to find that one. Let me see.
That might be it. He was the press conference.
Yeah, hold on one second. Did you guys hear that sound start?
Yes.
Now you tell me. My goodness, lady, I'm only kidding. Let me check the audio box. Told you guys, this is low budget production. This is low budget productions off the beaten path in reverse. All right, here we go.
Christina, is you calling me? I need to hear from you. I need to hear you.
I'm Heidi's ex-husband. I'd like to give a brief statement. I've worked with the LAPD quite a bit over the last 6-7 weeks. I can't tell you how grateful I am to the LAPD. All of Heidi's friends that have been helpful, the news media that's been helpful. The one place that I think that we need some help, and the reason why I'm doing this today is for a little bit of public appeal. We need the public to understand. We still need a little bit of help. We know for sure that there are people out there who know what has happened, who know the truth about what's gone on with Heidi. We need somebody to step forward and please fill in some of the blanks. We know that LAPD is doing everything they can. The homicide division has worked very, very hard on this. They've worked with me, they've worked with their friends, they've worked with the building downtown, and we need some answers. But we know for sure that there are some people that are not coming forward that know the truth. I think most of you now know that I have an 11-year-old boy at home. Our 11-year-old boy needs to know what has happened to his mom. And that's why I'm making appeal to the press today to say we need some help. So however we can do it to get out there to say we need some help. I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't have the number for the LAPD. There's a hotline number to call in. It's an anonymous number. You can leave your name, you can leave your number, leave a statement, but we need some help. LAPD has worked hard on this, as I said, but we need to fill in a few more blanks. I think the news can help with that number and put it up when you guys post this tonight or whenever you do. But we need some help from the people. Thank you.
Would you like to share with us what the communique has been like with LAPD leading up to today? Did they kind of give you some information to brace for this?
LAPD has been in contact with me from the very beginning. I did the missing persons report. I've talked to them on a daily basis, sometimes 5 or 6 times a day, sometimes maybe just once. Sometimes they're just, following the lead. Sometimes they're just asking a few minor questions, but it's been a bumpy ride for sure. We have a very good support system at home. Our child has a very good support system at school, so he's doing well, but we still need some answers.
You had held a vigil. Everyone, all friends and family, had so much hope, and you guys wanted answers. You have not given up hope. To read in the press release today from the LAPD that forensic evidence located inside that building, which led detectives to believe an incident occurred, resulting in Plank's death. What's your reaction to that?
It's really difficult, guys. Because we all cared for Heidi a lot. I'm her ex-husband and I'm doing this. We have a child together. An 11-year-old boy needs some answers. The family needs some answers. The friends need answers. Everybody's kind of left in the loop with no answers. I do understand the building downtown that the police have focused on. The building owners and the property managers have been very helpful with the police department. But we still need some answers.
Any idea why Heidi was at that building?
I have no idea. As you all know, with missing persons report from the very beginning, she left a football game with our son, and that was the last time that we saw her. We didn't see her since then. Bond did have a text message with her that night, but we haven't seen her since then. I have no idea what that building does, what the significance is. I've heard a lot of chatter from a lot of different places, but I have nothing really to share with you on that. I can tell you that this is, as you can imagine, it's very difficult for the family. And then that has a domino effect all the way back. So it affects all of our families. It affects all of our friends, with our son at school, and the football team, and all the people that, are part of our unique community of the support system. They've been so helpful, but it has a domino effect on all of us. And obviously, by the way her friends have turned out, the way the family has turned out, she had a dominant effect with all of us. So that's why we're all here. We're just trying to find Heidi and get some answers.
Have detectives shared with you why they're focusing on cash.app and why the search has led them there?
They did. They did share with me. I think we can all surmise how that has happened. I don't want to speculate, put too much speculation out there. They know for sure that's what's happened.
What?
Like I said, we have an 11-year-old son at home. To protect him as much as we can.
Whoa. So basically, he just said that they know that she is no longer alive, and they know that she is somewhere in that trash landfill. And then he kind of completely cuts off there and goes to the, once again, that seems his comfort zone is, we have an 11-year-old boy. Opaline, stop. You almost made me choke. His ears. Stop. Almost stop. His ears have wrinkles. Too bad we didn't have like a timeout corner where you could like put them like in a timeout room to where they could talking, it would just be like dot, 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 dot. Yeah, but, Opaline. But we're going to get into that other article with because it's not only the homicide unit, it's the robbery homicide, but Kaz will explain. I think they connected or some crazy stuff, but let's finish listening to, I'm not a fan of Jim, but I'm going to say this. The vibe that I'm getting off of him right here is he's somewhat concerned. I haven't seen a tear for the emotion and how much they care for her. And yeah, he's really just a me, all about me type of dude, isn't he?
Yeah, that's when I saw this. That's the first thing that came into my head. This is all for me, and I'm thinking, no, Mr. Wayne, this is not about you. This is about Heidi. It's about the loss of a mother. This is a loss of a daughter. This is not about Jim Wayne.
Opaline, I'm always laughing. I laugh when we talk about cannibal farms because that's like my, what is the word Iconic says?
It's your coping mechanism.
Yeah, my coping mechanism when I talk about feeding the neighbors human. See? Oh my gosh, human ribs. So I know, Opaline, I get in trouble all the time. Oh, look we have a new lady in the house. I'm not even going to try. Secret, let's just call her the secret weapon. Hello, secret weapon. What does secret weapon say? All right, yeah, he got some big ears. He's older than her. What is Heidi? 39?
Was it like 29 years or something older than her?
And he is 63. It's give or take a year on both of them, basically. But you have to also remember one more thing before we continue. This man owned 2 properties at the same time, and I'm talking about properties that were like 1.5, 1.8 million dollars. But it seemed like the same time he sold the properties, he gets rid of the salon, and supposedly he's paying like $6,000 to $7,000 a month to rent that house he's living in. Maybe this dude is falling on some hard times. I still want to know if he has a life insurance policy on her. That's just going to be like, oh, I forgot about that. What do you guys think about wondering, or the child support, paying child support, how much he had to pay? And considering the properties he owned and the shop he owned, that could have been one of the reasons why he closed the shop. Maybe he's tired of paying child support. Maybe now he's doing hair in the garage at his $6,000 a month house. I agree, secret weapon. All right, you guys want anything to say, or should I continue? Oh, Opaline, you're bad.
I'm good if you want to continue.
Yeah.
Anything?
I was just
with your own children.
Hang on.
I'm
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, as far as his salon closing, I did find some interesting things as far as his income tax is concerned. So whether he's due to COVID and he could have lost a lot of high profile clients and his takings dropped, but he still had a good year the year before, you still got to pay your taxes. And I'm beginning to think that's why he rents and doesn't own at the moment, is because he's got a big chunk of change to give to the IRS.
That could be true. And I do know that his now wife used to be his protege at the salon that he owned, because she is also a hairdresser.
Yeah.
And started off as his apprentice.
Their pictures are side by side now. It's cute.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's continue.
I'm sure you can all pretty much understand what we're doing. But the police, the forensics, have taken him taken them to this place. And I'm fully confident that they will figure this out. It's just going to take a little bit. I think to redirect us back to the point that I'm trying to make with you people is to help get that message out that we need some public appeal. We need somebody. There is somebody, and they know for sure. There's anywhere between 1 and 4 or 5 people that will know exactly what's happened. And we need them to come forward.
Can I ask why you say 1 or 4 or 5? You did say somebody.
When I was one of my many meetings with the detectives, I personally have gone downtown to the police department downtown. There's been a speculation of anywhere between 1 and 5 different people know what's happened. They haven't released to me any more than that, but that came up in our conversations.
Can you pause it for a minute, Mark?
Oh, I paused it because that right there was completely bizarre. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say there is no way known to man that I believe LAPD told him that they suspect 1 to 5 people have information and never come forward.
I disagree.
I disagree with that.
I do, because I personally theorize that he hired somebody to do this for him. And I think that as a tool, the police might throw out that a bit of information just to see his reaction as kind of a test, you know?
It's almost like they put him out here like an scapegoat.
I feel like this is sometimes a tool too, yes, to see how they react in front of a camera.
That's a valid
point. Secret weapon. He was not only a hairdresser, but a Beverly Hills hairdresser to like some very high-end famous people. But okay, so this is the second thing in this interview that I find completely out of place, and the weirdest thing was the one how he definitely knows that she died in the building and they're going to think they're going to find her at the trash site. And now this is one of the weirdest things I have ever heard. And he's the ex-husband. Do these cops not know the custody battle they've been going through for 9 years? They have to know.
I think this is all part of it. I think that they're putting him, hey, buddy, we're your friend, but we're really just calling you in here because we can keep you talking. And he does seem to open up once he's talking. He even said earlier in this interview that he speculates or has put too much speculation out there already. So somebody's told him that he's saying too much.
Have any of you ever listened to an interview of an ex-husband coming on and saying, first of all, remember, we can't forget about the phone. Danielle had the key to the house, Heidi's apartment. She went over there to check on Heidi. Why? Because supposedly Bond asked the father to ask her. So why wouldn't you go check on her? You're 13 miles away. Oh, you weren't too concerned until she showed up on Monday. But your son would speak to the mom every day. That to me was just really weird. Then they go to her house. She sees the phone. He sees the phone. They leave the phone, but then Danielle brings the phone later to Jim. And then somehow the laptop appears. And then he gives the phone and the laptop over to the police. Meanwhile, he claims Jason Sugarman's assistant is calling for the laptop. I still believe that if Jason did something, that laptop would have been part of the plan and it wouldn't have been left behind. My opinion. Let me see what's going on with chat. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. That's what I think about the Muffin Man. I think it was just supposedly she did have 2 phones. Supposedly there was a microchip. Then Jim said somebody was texting the phone. The dog was found. It was an afterthought. The dog was found. He went to get the dog a week later. It was just an afterthought. Hello, Danielle K.
Danielle, he did say he didn't want to speculate, but in that same little spot, he said that he's already speculated. And then he kind of corrected and said he's already put too much speculation out there. So it was kind of a little...
I agree. Openly, that's definitely what we're talking about earlier, the FSU murder trial that was going on. He could have. But have you guys ever heard someone in an interview and they say, "Oh yeah, the police detective told me that it could be one, it could be two, it could be three, it could be five people that are involved." Ever?
Well,
Well,
I just think they'd put that out there for the press conference.
yeah, but there's more to come, Ma. You're going to be shocked.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be shocked. I know there's more to come, but do you believe what he is saying right now that he was actually I think he was told that because they're baiting him with this. I think they're trying to put a little panic in this man.
Exactly.
Hello, Shredder.
Speaking my language.
Why would we hear from Sugarman? Sugarman's been dealing with this for years. And let me tell you something else. I don't think Sugarman would have been so sloppy. There are just too many things left behind. And I don't think Sugarman would have put him in a trash compactor on a floor supposedly where the cards were supposed to be played. Somebody wants us to think it's Sugarman, in my opinion.
What's that
But
phrase?
you can all have your own opinion.
I wouldn't be dumping bodies where I'm trying to get rich.
And remember, the Omni runs these Hope and Flower building. One is the Hope, one is the Flower. Now we have heard that the dog was found in the Hope building. So I'm just going to probably assume that the Hope building is the building that Heidi was in now, too. But in an apartment now. To where I guess there's enough blood splatter or something to show that she is deceased. And maybe there's traces of that in that trash compactor. All right, let's finish listening to the schmuck. You guys got anything you want to say real quick?
Nope, I think we're on the same page.
Kaz?
Yep, I'm fine. I just want to wait until you hear the rest.
Let me rub his big ears. Oh, look at his little wrinkled ears. Can you see my mouse? Oh, look at the poor little ear. Aw, poor guy.
Please.
Today we found out that her Range Rover was found a few blocks away.
Correct.
First, did you know that prior to today? Secondly, do you know where that location is? And thirdly, forgive me, but do you want to speak to the people who may be connected to that underground parking structure to make a proof of that?
Yes, I did know about the car. I've known about the car for quite a while. Its specific location, yes, I did know about the specific location of the car. I did know about all that. Anything else past that, I don't know. I left that up to the detectives. I'm telling you, they're doing a great job.
But are you surprised 6 to 7 weeks in that, in a high-rise building in downtown LA where we know that she was at that building, that surveillance video hasn't identified other people that may have been with her or an apartment that she went to, that, the technology at these buildings, they capture almost everything, the car going, is there anything you can say regarding that you still have so many questions?
I'm absolutely shocked. It's mind-blowing that in today's technology that it didn't pinpoint something right away. I can't tell you, I'm really shocked. I can't answer that kind of a question.
Stand out.
Yeah, does he look really shocked to you guys?
No.
Not really.
Oh, he is so shocked. He just can't believe that the satellites didn't see what was going on.
Sign.
I'm so shocked. Oh my gosh, I just can't believe that the car was parked in a residential parking lot 3 blocks away.
And I knew
They
about
can do
it.
anything.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and he's known about it.
Of course he's known about it, but that's what I don't get. Why are the police telling him so much supposed wink wink information unless they're just giving him information to see what he does with it? But they know that he has everything he said about his ex-wife, between the bacon, the comments, the scaling roofs naked, to the Nerf balls down the shirt, to there's just so many of them.
I like Miss Sassy Ass's question. comment there, Mark?
Whose question?
Sassy, Miss Sassy.
Hi, Miss Sassy Ass. Alma, we don't know where she parked, but she will go to the article or the thing said that she parked a couple blocks away in a residential parking lot. Is exactly what they said.
Yeah, and if you look at the original video, Ma, of her walking down the alley that has the timestamp on it, it actually says she's walking from the south east part where the camera is situated. It picked up on the southeast, so she's got to be coming from where that you said they have the underground parking before.
Yeah,
so that's exactly where
that might have
is.
been why she came up the back way by the Staples Center, and that might have been of why she was coming down the alley, but I don't know which way she came. We can only speculate that. All right, let's finish listening to hey, you know what? It's like Dumbo ears, Jimbo. I'm not going to be mean, guys. I'm only kidding. See what you guys did to me in the comment section? I blame all of you. All of you made me say that. So when I get yelled at for calling Jim Dumbo, it's your fault.
Rude.
Poor Heidi. But I have a feeling that if she is, God forbid, there, which I don't want her to be, and I hope it's like some type of crazy Melissa Caddick Gone Girl where you cut your foot off and maybe she did like a bloody nose, smeared some blood and ran. You have to pray. You could always think of that, to kind of keep the faith, I guess. But no one can yell at me for saying Dumbo. 825 South Hill in downtown. I'm wondering if it's where she was parked. We're going to have to investigate.
There's nothing wrong with Dumbo. I love Dumbo.
It was a great movie, right? My grandpa used to say that to me when I was a kid. You look like a taxi cab with the doors open. I'm like, you're really nice, Grandpa. All right, let's finish listening. Any comments, Kaz?
Just that I found some interesting information about the founder of the Oni group.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that after this video.
Yep, no problems.
Okay, and plus I do want to show them the video again from Rosanna about the alley and how everything was around it. Well, here's what in my gut feeling and what I told these ladies earlier, it's almost like, but the only reason that makes you not say that is her not having her phone, unless the person that did what they did took the phone and then whatever. But it was almost like somebody had her park where she parked and then maybe made a call and said, oh, hey, I'm down by the Hope and Flower, blah, blah, blah. And then she comes and she meets down at the Hope and Flower. It was like she was lured there. And I feel she was lured there by, and I'll say it either, this man saying that come pick up Bond or something, or maybe Jason Sugarman. I'm not going to rule him out. Like, I'm not convinced 1,000 that Jim did it, but I'm just not convinced that Sugarman is my guy, and I wouldn't put my money on him on the craps table, only because if the laptop, Jim made the laptop sound like such a big deal on how she was insistent on how Jason Sugarman wants his laptop back. That's the part that doesn't sit well with me as far as Jason Sugarman having anything to do with this. But that's my own opinion. He's been dealing with this for going over 2 years now, Jason Sugarman. His buddies already gave him $20 million and he's sitting in federal prison. I just don't see that being an issue and Jim making it sound like a laptop, but she's gone, but the laptop is just sitting at her house. That is the shittiest hit I've ever heard in my life, and I would want my money back.
And what would be his reasoning for leaving the dog? Like, if it were Sugarman, he'd probably just tell the guy, just leave the dog, sell the dog, do whatever with the dog. But would he take it to a random floor? There's motivation in leaving that dog alive somewhere safe.
Well, now it might not be a random floor because they're saying that the incident with her happened on the 40th. The dog was supposedly found on the 38th, but then we all know that you need a key to get in the front door. You need a car key to get into the elevator. So what lured her up and got her into the, that's the question, and they have to have it on cameras. Her going through that front door and her going in the elevator. They did say though that there was no security footage on the floors. I think it was the lobby, the walk-in area, and I think maybe they said the elevators. But I'm not sure. But they did say that there was maybe getting right off the elevator at the floor, but they did say that there was no security cameras on the floors. So obviously, she was found, evidence found in the building that led them to the landfill that is telling everyone in the news that she's deceased. And this Jimbo Dumbo boy just said that he knows that for a fact too, that she's gone. They're looking for her at the landfill. That's what they told him. And there's 1 to 5 people. It's just, it doesn't add up in my mind to be Sugarman. I listen, if somebody said, is it Sugarman or some random guy jumped her on the street, pulled her in the alley and did what he did, and then got into the building and brought her into the elevator and put her down the garbage chute, I would believe that first before I'm thinking Sugarman did anything right now. Just not feeling it. No video. Oh, there's got to be video of that door entrance. This building is $4,000 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. There has to be cameras. What do you girls think?
If there's not cameras, then what are they even doing? That's Los Angeles. You have to have cameras. Imagine how many people try to wander in just off the street. They need safety.
Exactly, and especially when they actually lease out, well, rent out a couple of the floors as a hotel, put your teeth in, woman, hotel type accommodation. So a hotel, residential combination of the two, it would need some form of security. Even you might not see them, there might be hidden cameras in like your smoke detectors or whatever. They don't have to be big chunky cameras anymore, that's for sure.
You can put a camera in anything.
Yeah, but I think they said it too, that it was for like the residents for privacy, but they might have it at the elevator getting off the floor. That they did not say. But there's footage of her getting in that building. Unless maybe somebody did something and took her up through the back. Like who knows? But I think they're gonna figure it out. And I think they're gonna figure this out soon, but I guess we've got to find Heidi first. Okay, let's finish listening to Mr. Wayne.
We don't know, and who the people that will know is the LAPD's homicide division, and their forensic department is certainly the best in the country. So we are relying as a family, as friends, we're relying on them to do their job. And when some things have happened to maybe some of the tapes, maybe some of the cameras weren't working, I'm sure they're going to figure it out. These guys are really good.
Is that speculation though, or did detectives tell you that some of the tapes were tampered with?
Nobody's told me anything, but I've heard this chatter going on for quite a while. I've heard it. I've heard a lot of things being said. All I can believe is what Greg Stearns, the homicide detective, and Corey keep telling me. They're only dealing in facts.
Do you think there's anyone that would have wanted to hurt Heidi?
I can't imagine so. I really can't. I can't imagine so. But do you understand? I'm also the ex-husband. Heidi and I separated 9 years ago. Not on bad terms. We weren't. We talked every day. She's not that kind of a person. She's not. She's not that kind of an individual.
On the text message after the football game,
Yes.
Was there a reply?
Yes.
If you don't mind sharing, what was the text and what was the reply?
If I remember correctly, she wanted to congratulate him on his win. He told her there was they had a win, a big win, and she said congratulations. I can't tell you. I don't even remember that. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know about it until probably a week later, and I had said to the detective that we haven't seen nor talked to her, and Bond said, yes, I did. And I was like, no, you didn't. And there was, I think we were down, actually, I think I was downtown with the news crew downtown. And he said he did. So I think that's when we discovered it.
How is your son doing?
As you can imagine, 11-year-old boy, it's not supposed to be like this. It's not. And I feel really bad for him, and he's a real trooper. He's doing okay. He is. We have a great support system at home. He has a wonderful support community at school. Heidi's girlfriends have been extremely supportive, and that's been really good for him as well. So he has people. He knows people love him. He knows that we're trying to find the right answers.
There's been reporting about where Heidi worked, investigations going on involving that business. Specifically, you had said that you'd gotten a phone call regarding the investigation into that business. Anything you want to say about that? Any developments in that? Is that even related to this?
I'd kind of like to steer back into the public appeal point, because I think that part's really important. Anything else, I think, is pure speculation. And if they're doing something on that side, if the police are working on that side, they have not shared anything with me like that. Nothing. So I couldn't say. But I'm telling you, these people are like the law agencies. They're in force. These guys have our back. So if there's something in there, they're going to find out. They'll figure it out.
Anything you want to say just about how the rest of the community that's been part of this search for Heidi, her friends, how they're doing with this news today? You talked about your reaction, but seeing those aerials of the landfill, I mean, and any reaction from the wider, I know there's been a lot of people involved trying to help you.
There have been, there's Heidi's friends have been front and center and very, very helpful. I can tell you, this is really difficult on the friends too. Her friends are like family to us. Always have been and always will. That will never change. I can tell you, they're not doing so good either. They're not. It's all surprising. And by the way, guys, there's no playbook on this. Nobody tells you what to say and what to do and how to do it. No, nobody has that. So, when this whole thing started, I got a little flack about not doing it soon enough. We have our custodial time. When she didn't pick up on her custodial time, I went, okay, guys, I agree. Something's wrong. There's something wrong. And that's.
Do I have to go back and play the video of him saying how panicked he was over the fact that she, Bond, and him were texting Heidi, and it was not like her not to get back to him? He was so worried.
I know. And his narrative changes to suit his situation that he's currently in.
Constantly.
A mask. Sassafras cap. A COVID mask. But he went from how panicked he was to Bond was so concerned that he texted Danielle to go check on Heidi, and now he's going on talking about parental rights and how fidgety, and she left the game at halftime, and that wasn't like her. And who is he trying to fool?
But now he's saying that Heidi only went there to congratulate him.
Almost stop. These girls are bad. But the narrative changes. I'm gonna put together a video of his first video and how he's going on, how caring she is, and how he misses her, and how concerned in the text messages. And we show you the text messages, which I am totally convinced that he put some of those messages in there. And now he's like, well, we have our custodial rights. I have my days with him. We have shared custody, blah, blah, blah. But you were freaking out a week ago. You sat
Exactly.
there on the corner at Hope Plus Flower, my 10-year-old boy. I saw the video of your son concerned about the text messages, but you live 13 miles away. But Bond had her friend Danielle go and check instead.
And
Yeah.
in regards to the text messaging, if I'm calling somebody in because they're missing, I'm going to have asked somebody already if they've seen her. He didn't ask his son if he had heard from his mom at all. That never came up until after you're already speaking to the police and the media.
I just think this man is full of I just think he's full of crap. And it's funny, he says, "Oh, we've been divorced for 9 years." Yeah, and you have been putting her through hell in those courts for 9 years. You know what he did? He probably sold his $1 million Beverly Hills salon just to keep fighting her in court, just to torture her, and then figured, you know what, I'm going to have to do something else maybe because I'm running out of money. He has kept that woman in court for 9 years with his crazy accusations and
not only that, but he didn't even check in with any of her side of the family to see if they had seen her before he called her in missing. He didn't call her mom. He didn't ask the son if he had texted her. He didn't call the cousin. He just knew she was missing, right?
Yeah, let's move on. We're almost done listening to this guy spew shit from his mouth.
That's why I right away went to the LAPD and did the missing persons report.
No, you didn't go right away. You went Monday, the 20th, when she didn't show up at school, Jim Boy, and filled out the report. But still, at this time, you didn't turn over the phone and the laptop now, did you?
Her friends immediately kind of like gathered around us and have been a support system for us. And I hope that we have been a support system for them. And when I say there's no playbook, I mean it's like there's kind of bickering and arguing. No, we should do this. No, we should do that. And it's like I said, there's no playbook. So everybody has their direction. And we've had to completely really rely on the LAPD. And I'm happy that they're there because they have our backs.
You know, speaking of her friends, they were so relentless that they were able to track down some security video for the day of her disappearance. What do you make of that work on their part, A? And secondly, have you been able to speak to LAPD about the veracity of that video?
Okay, so first of all, on her friends, they're right behind you. That tells you how supportive they are because they're right here, right now. Okay, the other question, sorry.
Oh, the video that they tracked down, you know, of Heidi walking her dog outside
Down in the alley.
Right.
In the alley.
Right. Have you spoken to LAPD about that video?
I did. I spoke to them about the video. They right away let me know before it even came out. They let me know that they had this video. They had a timestamp on it. I did talk to them about it. Other than that, what I had noticed was she didn't seem to have her bag with her, and she didn't have a jacket on or a sweater on that she may have had at the game. So I was a little suspect. Well, like she must be
Iconic. What was she wearing when she left for the game?
Well, he was saying exactly. She was carrying a small purse. She had her dog. She had a sweatshirt tied around her waist.
Nope. He just said that in that video in the alley that she was not wearing that jacket. I mean, that light jacket she did. Yeah, she was.
No, wait, in the alley, yeah, she had on the long sleeves.
But listen, okay, let's go back, listen to what he just says. This guy has I think this guy is going to fly over the cuckoo nest.
She didn't seem to have her bag with her. Other than that, what I had noticed was she didn't seem to have her bag with her, and she didn't have a jacket on or a sweater on that she may have had at the game. So I was a little suspect. Well, like she must be in that. She must be in that building. She didn't have her purse, but she'd have to have her keys for a car. So that's
Okay. Iconic.
Yes.
Well, you can't see any keys in her hand.
No.
Could she have them in the pocket of the jeans? Absolutely.
Forget the keys. She had on the light jacket that she had, obviously, because we don't know what she was wearing at the game. We didn't see a picture of her, but
Right.
she was, and we'll look at that alley, those two alley shots after this video. But she had that light jacket on in that alley, and he's saying she didn't. Did you watch the film, Jimbo Dumbo, or did you not watch it because you already knew what was going on?
Well, he did say that he watched it. So,
But the more he talks, it's almost like right there that is not true. We are going to go watch after this the video of when she leaves the house. She's got um um like a, what do you call those drinking mugs? Not a mug, but like a tumbler. She's got a tumbler. She's got a black leather purse on her left shoulder with a chain. It's hanging right above her hip. She's got something around her waist, and her dog is following behind her. She opens the door, she puts her stuff in, and then boom. The alley, she's walking with the dog on a leash. One picture, you see her holding a mask in her hand, a COVID mask, and you see her with a light jacket on. And she's wearing jeans. Are those the same jeans that she wore to the game? I could speculate and say, well, yeah, but I really don't know. But to me, that tells me that right there that he obviously did not really watch the alley walk. Me neither, Alma. I don't even I don't even think I have a purse. It's still in the closet with the stuffing in it. I carry a little tiny Coach wallet, and I always keep it in my car. And if I need like a credit card, I put my license and a credit card in my jean pocket.
But if you get that wrong, then
or down my tank top in the summer between my tatas. So let's continue. We're almost done, but that's another thing right there that bothers me because that's just completely false right there, Jim. And I'm still waiting for like a cry or maybe a tear or a little breakdown of please. And another thing, he keeps saying that he needs help and he needs what is he asking us to do? I haven't gotten the message yet from what he's needing us to do. Have you gotten the message?
he wants the 1 to 5 people that are out there that know some information to come forward, Ma.
But he's saying that we need you, we need the people. But it's 1 to 5 people. What do you need us to do?
Well, whoever that 1 to 5 persons are, he's saying, come on out, come on out. Come on, how many people are in LA?
Oh, Benton, stop. Don't even try to make us think that this man has even shed a tear over Heidi missing.
How do you see his eyes, Benton? All I can see is the John Lennon sunglasses.
All right, let's get this man done before I end up punching my laptop.
That's all I know. But it's all coming out. And like I said again, it's like the public appeal here is to get to somebody. So somebody's going to listen and hear this and say, okay, I know something. I didn't think anything about it before, but I did see something. So somebody's going to have heard or seen or felt something was wrong, and they'll call that anonymous number. We're going to get some answers. I'm fully convinced today we will get to the bottom of this. Like I said, I think we all need answers. our family needs the answers. I think the community of friends, for sure, that's gathered around needs some answers. Anything else?
Yes.
I mean, like some things, it's kind of like maybe he's not involved, and you kind of think it, but just like I said, something with him and his answers and the way that things went down does not sit well with me. So you ladies discuss your thoughts. Can you guys add comments on the bottom of the screen? Can you, Kaz?
She can. I cannot.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
I
have to
can.
figure that out. Well, if you want to do that, you can do that too. I'm gonna go real fast. We're gonna have a look at the alley videos.
Okay. I'll see. Well, Alma definitely doesn't like him. Is there any questions in the chat that you'd like to ask, to have anything clarified that you'd like to know? Just pop it in chat and one of us will endeavour to clarify anything for you.
If we can.
So,
So
if we can.
let me see if I can do a little poll. I found the one video. And I still find it. One second, guys. Let me get this video to stop so it doesn't blow our eardrums out.
No one's been cleared as a suspect yet.
There's not even the suspect mentioned.
Exactly.
Not even a suspect. But you can tell, though, like something about, to me, she was drawn to that building. It looks like she was going with the cell phone left in the car, but then the thing that maybe she didn't leave the cell phone in the car is because of the fact that it seems like she parked at one spot when you know damn well that she could have afforded, if she was if she knew her destination was to the Hope and Flower, you know that she could have afforded to go and valet park at that, if she thought that she was going to be there for any amount of time, or if that's where she was going to end up having to go. It seems like somebody lured her from like spot to spot, like maybe to keep it to where, I don't know. I just can't put my finger on it, but it's something to where I think they lured her and they used Bond to come pick up Bond, maybe. Yes,
Well,
she was, Jessica.
Benton asked a good question. Did she go back home first after she left the game? Well, that's an extremely good question. There is a time lapse between the time she left the game to the time she was seen in the alley. What happened between that time frame, cutting off the amount of time it would have taken her to drive, say from the game or from her home, there is a time difference. There is a big gap, and we don't know what happened within that time frame, unfortunately.
Yeah, but if the game was in the afternoon and she left at halftime, and that was at 1800 hours or around, you would have to think that she definitely had to have gone home first. No?
Well,
went home, got a phone call, or she did leave halftime frantic.
I don't think she went home.
She's got security on the front of her home. So, as we saw when she left. So, I'm pretty sure she can't erase any footage that would go direct to the security company that maintains it on the cloud. But the police probably didn't release it, but I'd be very surprised that they didn't, if it gave everybody a better time frame of where she was at what time, so they could find her in the beginning. So I agree, Iconic. I do not think she went back home.
And that could be very well the case. Whoever set this up could have started sending like bizarre messages like before the game, during the game, and just made things, more weird. The question is, but Jim doesn't mention her on her phone at the game. He just mentions her being antsy.
Yeah, and he changed his narrative where before he said, in the beginning, he said that she was there to watch Bond play football, and now he said in that interview that she just went to see him get an award. Well, she couldn't have because she wasn't there for the whole time of the game,
No,
according to him.
the awards would probably come after the game.
After, yes.
So there's a fib.
Well, there's a lot of weird stuff. Let's watch her go down this alley. I've never seen this man before.
This new surveillance video emerging now showing missing Culver City mom Heidi Plank in a downtown alleyway walking her dog just before she vanished. Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell joining us live with new reaction from Plank's friends who hope this new video will spark some new leads. Amy.
That's right, Mark. Heidi Plank, the mother of an 11-year-old boy, has been missing for nearly a month. Friends who have been searching for her, holding vigils, are hoping that this new video will at least give them some answers about what she was doing before she disappeared. The new video shows Heidi Plank walking her dog in an alley in downtown Los Angeles. The footage of the 39-year-old mother recorded on October 17th, the day she disappeared. The day she disappeared. She disappeared. The new video.
You know, Ma,
That's all we need to see. Okay. Is she wearing a long sleeve? And to me, it looks like a yellowish, light yellow, maybe cream, depending on the lighting. Now we'll have to go inspect the video of her leaving the house because that looks to me like it's a long sleeve, light sweater, light jacket. Or am I crazy?
No, I think it's the same sweater.
Yeah, I agree.
Benton, this is her. We thought that. We even thought the hair was curlier, but I'm going to show you the other video of her walking when she looks back up, and it's Heidi. This is definitely Heidi. No question. Iconic, and I thought that at first too. It was like, wait, she has dark curly hair, but when you see the other video, it's just the lighting of this camera.
Yeah, we weren't sure at first. See, that's something. In every picture almost, she looks very different, so.
Yeah, well, she does have a wig business too that I found out recently. So she does wear wigs, so the possibility of extensions. Sorry, I cut you off then.
Oh no, I just said I figured she had extensions.
No, apparently she actually sells wigs online from one of her LLCs that's in her name.
Wait. Who sells wigs? Heidi?
Yes.
Interesting. I'm actually looking for the other video when you see her in the front where she actually looks back and she looks up. Let me see if this is the one. Nope, it's the same one, just a lighter image where her hair looks lighter.
They're asking to see the house video again.
Which house?
The video of her leaving your house. It might have just been a picture. I can't remember.
Yeah, let me find. No, there's a video. There's a video of it.
Alma, if she's like me, it doesn't matter if it was warm. I always have a sweater.
Okay, let's see if this is the one that's good. But they are definitely saying in all these new updates that they are like 100% convinced that she is deceased. Sad. Jim is still strange though. Now, this is actually the video where her son talks about that text. I think this is the one that shows her leaving the house too.
Son had with his mom 11 days.
Where are you?
That was the last communication Heidi Plank's 10-year-old son had with his mom 11 days ago.
Where are you?
That was the last communication Heidi Plank's 10-year-old son had with his mom 11 days ago.
I said, can you please call me back? You haven't called me back in 2 days in a row.
This is security tape of the 39-year-old mom from Palms with her dog named Seven on her way to her son's football game Sunday, October 17th.
She's leaving her house. She's got the dog following behind her. She's got a tiny little purse under her arm, and she jumps into her Range Rover and drives away.
Her ex-husband says Plank left their son's football game at halftime. He says she seemed distracted. In a bizarre turn, 3 hours later in downtown LA, her of this apartment building distracted. In a bizarre turn,
and she jumps into her Range Rover house. She's got the
son's football game Sunday, October 17th.
Now, I think that sweater, that yellowish looking thing around her waist, looks like the same colorish type deal that she's wearing in the alley.
Benton asked if you could back it all the way up, please.
You want me to go back?
Yeah, from the beginning of that.
She's leaving her house. She's got the dog following behind.
On her way to her son's football game, mom from Palms with her security tape of the 39-year-old mom from Palms with her dog named Seven on her way to her son's football game Sunday, October 17th.
She's leaving her house. She's got the dog following behind her. She's got a tiny little purse on.
9-year-old mom from Palms with her dog named Seven.
And it actually looks too like the jeans. You know, when she's walking down the alley, the jeans look like they're a little bit kind of rolled at the ankle, you know?
And the sandals.
Hey, Carpe, I got your email. Yeah, exactly. And the sandals, and I don't know, that little sweater around her waist just kind of looks like a yellowish light color, like in the alley.
Yeah.
I mean, if we go back, and I honestly, my gut is telling me that they're going to find her by tomorrow. I mean, I hate to say that, but I just feel it. But you see that it's just that even though this is like a really dark.
I just sent you a clearer video.
Right there. Yeah, you can see it's in that part. Yeah, it's just that. Let me see. Yeah. But you can tell even in this video, even though it's darker, you can just see that it's yellow. It's like a light creamy yellow type of color. So for him to say that she's not wearing a jacket is totally, I don't know if it's almost ignorant or do you just not paying attention because subconsciously you actually know what's going on.
I think it plays into the theory that he's not the one who did it. like hands on. And I think he is distancing himself by not watching it. Because if it were my child's mother and I wasn't involved, I'd probably want to know.
So if Frass feels what she feels, which I'm not going to say it out loud, that would require either getting into an empty apartment building or I mean, how would you do that in that building if you didn't have your own unit? Like, I mean, first of all, oh my gosh, like that's even to think about that is horrible. You don't think that maybe something happened in the building and they just kind of threw her down the chute? I don't know if she would have. I mean, she could definitely probably fit in one piece down that chute. She is little.
Yeah, I still stick to the theory that somebody either that alley that she's walking up, and I've just double checked on Google Earth. It is definitely the alley directly behind the Hope building, and as she walks past that darker square on the concrete, just up from there on the right hand side is the back entry into the valet parking area.
Yeah, let's go ahead and watch Rosanna's video again real quick that she took the other day down there. Because she shows you the alley and then she did a still shot of the alley too. And it is definitely clean. And then you got to consider we don't really know where they found the car and where she parked, but if she came up that back alley from where she parked, that would explain why she was going down the alley.
I don't think anyone believes this is her right now.
Well, I think it's because the darkness of the video plus her hair looks darker.
It does. I was skeptical at first.
But if you actually look at the original video that's got the timestamp on it and it's brighter, I think this has been just shared and shared and shared and shared so many times now that the poor quality of the video is deteriorating.
Yeah, but I can see that it's a light, it's almost like a cardigan, like a very light sweater type of deal.
Yeah,
and she's
I
wearing
agree.
it.
Yeah, and it was tied around her waist when she left home.
Yep. Okay, so this is Rosanna. She went the other day. I know some of you saw it, but she actually took us to the Hope and Flower area.
This is the building right here.
Yeah, unfortunately, she doesn't actually show the actual alley up near the building. She didn't go up it, and I don't blame her.
Look, this is the one I was talking about. She's the hired one that had her husband killed.
Oh my gosh.
The FSU trial. All right, here's the alley.
No, that's not the actual one that she walked up though.
Okay, well, that's the one that she took. That's the big alley on the side that when you walk up and you get to the back end, that's where the valet parking part comes through.
Yes, but if you look, sorry, Ma, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, in the original video, I really went slow-mo in it, and it's totally concreted on the floor, and you can see metal barriers on this attached to the side of the building, like it's on the hope.
The black little barriers, right?
The black poles. Yeah,
right.
We noticed those too.
Yeah, whatever they are, yeah. So that particular one that Rosanna was so kind to actually video record isn't the actual one that Heidi walked up, unfortunately. Did you have a look at that one I put in the link I popped into the chat, Mark?
Which one?
I popped it in our chat room here on the live. There's a link that shows it clearer.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. But we need to get into Michaela real quick too.
Yeah.
Iconic's got some information for us on that. Oh gosh, guys.
I might have to love and leave you all because, as Ma and Iconic know, it's my 25th wedding anniversary today, and I'm going out to dinner, so I need to get beautified.
I know. Come on, you can load. Let's go. Let's go. Why are some websites just like so mean? But actually, let me reload this website and show you. I have that picture from the other camera angle where Heidi's looking back and she's looking up. Let me see if it starts yet. Hang on. That you can actually see. It's a very clear picture of her sweater.
Downey's been taking you back since way back, with freshness and softness you never forget. Feel the difference with Downey.
This was the scene at dawn at the Chiquita Canyon landfill. Numerous investigators preparing for what could be a week-long search for a missing mom. Detectives from the LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division putting on protective suits and boots to sift through potentially tons of trash by hand, searching for signs of Heidi Plank's body or other key evidence in the case. The city of LA brought in heavy excavators to dig into places where trash from that downtown apartment building was transported. The LAPD now confirming forensic evidence found at the apartment building in downtown LA where Plank was last seen several weeks ago and where her dog was found soon after was a key clue that led to the landfill and the conclusion that Heidi Plank died probably the same day she disappeared.
And we need some answers. But we know for sure that there are some people that are not coming forward that know the truth.
Plank's ex-husband pleaded today directly to a group of 4 or 5 people who he says knows exactly what happened, how she died. Plank was last seen near that apartment building at 12th and Hope Streets on October 17th. Security video from her home shows her leaving with her dog earlier the same day. Plank's Range Rover SUV was found by police weeks ago in an underground parking lot near the building. Today, search dogs were brought to the landfill search site with the hopes their specially trained noses could lead detectives to clues that could unravel the case that has Plank's family and friends desperate for answers.
We need somebody to step forward and please fill in some of the blanks.
Blah, blah, blah.
The way he says some of the blinks. Not all the blinks, just some of them.
All right, we have one more piece of information on this case. And I think this is important. But this is on our beautiful Kaz before she leaves for her beautiful anniversary.
I know, 25 years. Wowza.
Yep, Kaz is celebrating her 25th year anniversary tonight, and she's going out for a lovely dinner. If you run into Anthony Coletti, make sure you give him my email address.
I certainly will do that for you, Ma.
Thank you. I mean, I know he's a little young, but he's another hairdresser, actually. But we need to hear your beautiful accent, Kaz. This one right here is all yours. And then we're going to get into some interesting information we have found out on the missing, beautiful, confused, sad Michaela Nelson.
It really is sad. It really is. Okay, this is the actual, excuse me, LAPD press release that was published on their website today, your time. Mara, if you could just move up, please. Thank you. Los Angeles. Detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department's LAPD Robbery Homicide Division are currently investigating the disappearance of Heidi Planck. On October 20th, 2021, Planck was reported missing by her ex-husband. On October 29, 2021, Robbery-Homicide Division assumed investigative responsibility for the missing persons case. Since that time, detectives have worked tirelessly to gather leads related to Planck's disappearance. And I'm going to say Heidi, not Planck. The investigation has revealed Heidi was last seen on October 17, 2021 at an apartment complex at 1201 South Hope Street in the downtown area of Los Angeles. Her dog was found in the same building. Forensic evidence was located inside the building, which has led detectives to believe an incident occurred resulting in Heidi's death. On October 4th, 2021, Heidi's 2017 Range Rover was discovered in the subterranean parking garage at a residential building located several blocks from 1201 South Hope Street. Further investigation has led investigators to the Chiquita Canyon Landfill located at 29201 Henry Mayo Drive in the city of Castaic. I think that's correct pronunciation. There is currently no suspect information. This morning, LAPD detectives, along with the assistance of the Los Angeles City Department of Public Works, the Los Angeles City Fire Department, Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiners, Coroner's Office, the Office of Los Angeles County Supervisor Catherine Barger, and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department are serving a search warrant at the landfill to excavate a specific area of the landfill, manually search for human remains, and collect any related evidence. It is anticipated the search and recovery operation could take approximately 7 to 10 days to complete. There may be an impact on community members who live around the Chiquita Canyon landfill. Sorry for the terrible pronunciation.
That's like the Chiquita. That's like a Chiquita banana.
Okay, Chiquita.
Chiquita banana.
Okay, Chiquita Canyon Landfill, specifically the community of Valverde, efforts are being made to minimize and mitigate that impact. We ask for the community's understanding and support during this search and recovery effort. And the last part of it is just giving information. So if you do live in the area, please take note of the number that they're giving out at the moment, which is area code 213-486-6840 during non-business hours or weekends.
You're good, Kaz. We don't need to post that. I'll post that below in the description.
Okay, sweet.
Listen, if you know what's going on, just call the Los Angeles Police Department.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Chiquita.
Those 1 to 5 people who know what's going on.
1 to 5 people. That is, I mean, I'm trying to think back, and I've watched a lot of cases. I've watched trials. I love watching all of it. I mean, even though I love dealing with people that are missing, don't get me wrong. Even with the members, I put out weird little creepers and things like that and follow other things. But I'm trying to think when I've ever heard a husband or a wife of a missing person saying, yeah, the police told me there's about 1 to 5 people involved. And if you're one of those 1 in 5 people involved, come forward. Like, I think they got Jim Boy on the bottom of a hook, and they have reeled him out, and they are seeing what's gonna bite. That is ridiculous. To tell him all of that information
was a test.
Even in some of the highest end cases that people are like investigating, let's think of one. Suzanne Morphew, when they were going to arrest Barry Morphew. Nobody knew it was coming. When they came out with those details in court about the car backing up and the sensors and this and that, like, who knows what they know? And I don't think that, and everyone is a suspect, and I don't think they're going to say, oh yeah, sure, he's the ex-husband, he's a nice guy. He's been putting her through hell for 9 years wanting the kid. Let's just go ahead and tell him everything that's going on, and I'll give him all the insights. My ass, that is such a crock of crap.
Yeah, they're either baiting him to see, if he breaks, to see does he know anymore. I don't know, but we shall see. I'll keep my eye out for when I'm up in the early hours of the morning again tomorrow. Thank you, Mara and Iconic, for having me up here, but I do have to run. Love you all. And
love you. Kaz, you have a great dinner, and tell your partner I said happy anniversary.
I will do that. Thank you so very much. And thank you.
And if you guys listen, and if you guys drink too much, give us a call and we'll come drive you home. We'll have Kenny come pick you up.
I don't drink alcohol. I'm a teetotaler.
Have fun, Kaz. We'll see you tomorrow or later on tonight for you, or probably tomorrow for you.
Okay, sweetheart. Take care, everybody.
Night, night.
Good night.
Night.
So I guess we'll wait for new news on Heidi, see what happens tomorrow with her. My gut is telling me that tomorrow, if she is there, that they're going to find her, because of the fact that, like we said earlier, she would have been there since October 17th, which is a little month and a half, whatever. And I just don't think that it would be too deep into the grid, if you get what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't.
Bow chicka bow wow.
I think they will find it pretty quickly.
If you heard that, Kaz, the bow chicka bow, that was from Alma. So, last night, Iconic and I started digging into Michaela Nelson, kind of thinking like, why is she so hung up on her ex-husband, and she claims of the abuse and how she's talking about it? Like, what was that, June? She's still talking about it, May?
She was selling her wedding dress in July. So she's talking about it very recently.
Yeah, she was definitely, but she continues to talk about how abusive he was and how it takes strong for her to get out. But so she's talking about it all this time. And how long now have they been divorced?
They've been divorced since last year. Or I'm sorry, since 2018.
Yes. And tell them why we don't think Hummingbird has her family for the Thanksgiving holidays around. I think they leave in a couple more days, guys. She'll be back.
Yeah, so I was digging
I
back
miss Hummingbird too.
on Facebook, and I went all the way back, and I found where she got married to Mr. Cole. And then if you go a little bit more forward in time to May of this year.
Yeah, but it took a lot of digging, girl. We had to dig to this one to that one to figure out who Cole's dad was.
We had to go to grandma. We had to narrow down that grandma was grandma, and I did that through finding her post of him getting married so many times.
We were digging so deep that I'm telling you, I think that I saw like a glimpse of China.
That happens. But yeah, so he's newly married as of May to a new wife, and they look incredibly happy. I don't think he's even thinking about Michaela at this point, to be honest. And I don't know. It's just a quick 3 years. So you've got them getting married in 2000. Let me look at my screenshots here. Their wedding day was... One sec. I think I sent it in the Discord too. Oh, yeah, that's the new wife.
So he's remarried.
May 29th.
So he's remarried, and but he's been married they've been divorced for a while. He's been with her for a while. They're married. The family loves her. He seems happy. He's a pastor. His father is, you know more about his father. I'm going to let you talk about these updates because I was still kind of stuck on Heidi.
If you go to the other pictures I sent you in Discord, you can actually see the pictures of him marrying Michaela on March 4th, 2019. And in the pictures, the dad is actually officiating their wedding.
And that's Chad.
Yes, Chad is dad, and he is a priest.
Yes. Okay, so then the question is, this is what's weird about, this is what we're not understanding, and this is where I have to ask. If Michaela got divorced and she left him, maybe you have to ask yourself this. Did Michaela leave because he wanted it to be a pastor and she did not want to live that religious lifestyle? Because her TikToks, and I have 2 girls, they're adults now, with their own lives. But my oldest one, when she was younger, she was definitely a wild little child, or I can see a little bit of Michaela in her.
The only thing is that I did see somewhere where Michaela was talking about she was looking to become a chaplain in the military. So that would make me think that him being a priest might not be an issue for her.
That's exactly where I was going to get for you to say, to the fact that then all of a sudden he's getting involved with somebody else. Around that time, she decides, I'm going to join the National Guard. Who, you want me to adopt you, Alma? Do you shovel snow? So then we get to the fact that he's met someone. He seems very happy, and then at that point when he's meeting her, Michaela's like, I'm going to join the National Guard. And then during that point, maybe I'm going to become a chaplain now. But here's the question that I wonder. Do you think, because, do I have to open my note card because I'm brain dead tonight? Hang on a second. Let's see if I got these dates right. Let me get my notes, guys. Let me do this right. I got your pictures. I'm going to show them in a second. Okay. So, Michaela graduated high school in 2013, correct?
Yes. I believe that's in there as well.
Okay. And then we have Michaela and Cole married in 2019. Or was that 18?
Michaela got married in 2019, March 4th.
That's right, March 4th. I remember we found the date on some crazy little thing that we were like into the great grandparents era. We were so deep into this family, I thought they were going to invite us over for dinner last night. Okay, they divorced in 2020. Did we get the month last night on the divorce?
I can't remember. I don't know if we
I
got
think it was in the beginning. I think it might have been June, or it was definitely between April and June that she got divorced in 2020. So in May of 2021, Cole marries his wife that he's with now. So my question is, Michaela, in the articles, claims that Cole and Michaela were high school sweethearts, right?
Correct.
So if they were in school in 2013, but they didn't get married until 2019, that's like kind of weird.
I think they waited until they graduated college.
6 years. Okay. Well, the marriage went from lasting all that time to getting divorced like
abruptly.
Yeah.
Even in the picture, it says,
it's probably
the love of his life.
It might have been so abrupt that it was an annulment, to be honest with you. I mean, that marriage could have been annulled. I love everyone in the chat. I love you all so much. Don't you love them all? Iconic. We talk about you guys all the time. Iconic talks bad about a lot of you, but I tell her, gosh, girl, stop.
Mostly about Kenny.
I'm kidding. She doesn't talk bad about anyone.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's a great group of people in here. It's like so cool that someone can think whatever they want to think their own way, and no one in here is like, oh my God, you stupid piece of shit. How can you think that? I don't like you anymore.
Give us your opinion, and then we yell at you.
Oh, I love everyone's opinion. I love everyone's opinion. You have it. I want you to have your own opinion. I don't want you to agree just to agree to fit into a group or something, because nah.
Make us think.
Yep. Unbiased, and we are definitely off the beaten path. Digging dogs. Okay, back into Michaela. So let me pull up the pictures that she wants me to show you. I am just going to show my whole screen, guys, so I'm not going to be able to see comments, so I don't have to keep closing it to show each picture. So let me close Heidi. Got the wedding. Okay, iconic.
Oh, it disappeared.
Oh,
it was there.
Hang on, let me go. Yeah, I can't. I was thinking I was going to come back over here and be smooth and look at chat, but I forgot I can't when I'm sharing screen.
Okay, so this is Grandma posting with Grandpa. So special for Chad Swaggart to get to marry his son, Cole Swaggart, and Michaela Nelson. So Chad is the dad. And that is their wedding day. So do you have the picture where he's a little boy? That one's cute. Sorry.
All right, let me pull it up. I sure do.
This is Grandma again. And
Listen, wait 1 second. We were unorganized the other day because I actually didn't make I didn't save them correctly. But remember, I said I'm going to definitely number them this time, so I'm not like,
Smart. In 1 week, this little ring bearer, Cole Swaggart, will be marrying the love of his life, Michaela Nelson. We can't wait to celebrate their special day with them. Love you both. And I have to say, Grandma went all the way in posting for this marriage. I saw a lot less enthusiasm the second time around, but this was a cute post. Congrats, Mr. and Mrs. Cole Swaggart. Such a fun day with lots of beautiful memories. Adorable little flower girl.
nice couple. And they definitely look like they're in love.
And this is only 2 years ago.
Exactly 2 years ago, and now he is remarried to somebody else.
And that's him on the right.
Yeah, we know by now what he looks like. He's
Just
actually a good-looking
now.
kid. I'm guessing that's mom and dad.
No, that's Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh, they look like young grandma and grandpas.
Dad, I think, is in the other picture in the navy blue suit.
Or this one right here where he's marrying.
Yeah, the balder guy.
Right here.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think happened marrying the sweetheart? Do you think it was because she wanted to party and he didn't want to deal with that? And he wanted a divorce? Or do you think she divorced him because she didn't want to deal with being a pastor's wife? That is the question, but I don't know.
I mean, was he really stalking her? Was there maybe another love interest somewhere in the middle, and we're just assuming she was talking about the husband originally?
That's what I think. I think there's somebody else. And from the way that her demeanor changes and the way that she starts getting a little, I don't want to use the wrong word, but just like she starts like more talking in slang.
She's getting a little more wild.
Yeah. That I'm almost convinced that there is somebody in between that she might be hiding from, not her friends, but from especially her father. But that's my opinion.
Do you think she's hiding, or do you think something's happened?
Well, they say that she's AWOL, and if she does come back, that she will be facing possible jail time. But what would she have to come back to? Her loving dad that doesn't believe in mental health? Or did she run? Who is there to let worry about her? Her siblings, her mom passed away in September. She went missing in October. Someone was seen with a license tag reader around where she lives in Columbus, Ohio. Somebody picked her up from the airport. Who? Why is she still on TikTok videos talking about getting out of an abusive relationship when the man she's supposedly talking about, well, what we think, is already remarried and living his own life as a pastor?
And if he's already married that quickly and had a huge, nice wedding, that took a lot of time, a lot of thought. Like, he's not thinking about her right now.
Just weird that she's still talking about that in April and May, about how hard it was to get out of an abusive relationship when this guy is like completely remarried and doing his own thing. Alma thinks that she's on the run.
I could see that.
We're going to find out. I don't think we'll see if there's any ties to Sugarman and the Omni group. We haven't looked into that yet.
She is heartbroken and she just lost her mom. She had a lot going on.
But I mean, if she was going to do that, if she was going to go on the run from the military, why would she go and finish the training? Like, that part is just insane. Why go finish that training just to go AWOL? That was a serious training that she went through. And she left training in South Carolina and she never showed up. But then you see her car between the 7th and the what? Some weird dates on a car reader near an apartment near hers. But I forget the dates.
I can't remember the dates either.
But then on the 24th and the 26th, supposedly her dad and her grandma spoke to them through text. And then the last time they actually saw her was at her mom's funeral. So, she liked her friends too. And all of her friends seemed, and God, my gosh, don't take this in a crazy or a weird way. I don't care what color their boyfriends are. But all of her new friends' boyfriends, to me, seem to be black. Which I don't give a shit if they're black, Chinese, Asian, whatever. But maybe she was dating. I don't know. I just keep thinking she's got like a secret Instagram or a secret TikTok. And if we keep clicking the links like we did last night to figure out that, because that's how we figured out that the new boyfriend had the ex-husband had a blonde girlfriend. And then we're like, oh, who is she? Let's click on Facebook friends. It was a lot of work to figure out he was married.
I don't know. She's just very manic, so.
Oh, she's very manic.
The possibility that she would, at the quick, spur of a moment, decide to do something could be.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor, and I shouldn't probably even try to diagnose this woman, but I think she knows she's beautiful on the outside. I think she is definitely maybe bipolar. She's definitely manic, but I don't think that she feels pretty on the inside, and she is very, she's had a lot of hard times, and she's young, 26. But I think maybe she did join the National Guard. Maybe she, was okay. Maybe she's the type of girl that she left him, blah, 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 didn't think that he was going to move on or find whatever. And then when he did, maybe that was like, she was like, oh, I don't know.
He
Maybe
called
I'll
her
fight.
when she freaked out.
Yeah, maybe I'll fight and try to get him back and join the National Guard. And then, oh, now I want to be a chaplain. What?
She doesn't seem the type.
You're at the playoff games talking to people about you're in some wrestling club and you're there to make money. Yeah. But I do not see somebody like her hiding being that much of a social media butterfly and for it to go on for this long. I think there's someone in between that might have been abusing her. I think she has a new secret boyfriend that we need to see if we can find out about.
I agree with whoever that was Alma said secret life. Very much.
Go look at her TikTok page, guys, and just watch the videos. And then when she tags, I think her friend's Chrissy.
Is that the one you sent me last night?
Yeah. Look at the ones that her friends that she tags on her TikTok videos. And then go to their page and their boyfriends. And yeah, you'll see what we're talking about. And one time you're going to hit a tag and it's going to, I believe, Instagram or TikTok is going to take you to a secret page that Heidi has with a boyfriend that might possibly be black, Spanish, Asian, maybe Asian and black. Heck, he might be even Spanish, black, and Asian mixed. Probably gorgeous. But I think I think that her father wouldn't approve of it. So maybe she doesn't care if the father knows. But considering that her mother just passed away and she has the 4 siblings, I don't think she would do that to them. I think she would have come back by now and said something. But that's just what I think. I could be wrong. She could be so self-centered and into herself that she doesn't care. But now it's all over. It's going to be on the social media and she'll see it. I don't know.
Exactly, Jessica. She was either super happy or she was sobbing. There was no in between in those videos.
But isn't she the one that has the FaceTime that goes on?
Right. She doesn't have her phone on. It's almost like the phone has been shut off, but it's still on with Wi-Fi. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so so the private investigator, they totally seem to think that she's AWOL. The private investigator seems to think that she's using FaceTime, but she's not using it through a phone that has a phone number attached to it, that the phone is turned off and she's using it through the Wi-Fi. But guys, that is it, right? Anything else that you want to talk about on Michaela?
Nope. I think we're missing a piece, and when we find it, that'll help us a lot.
Yeah, she very well could have, driven off with somebody that she met and just said, you know what, screw the military. My dad doesn't even give a shit. He doesn't believe I have mental breakdowns, when she definitely has a chemical imbalance of some sort. She is up, she is down. You can watch her TikToks. She'll just play a song and say, I'm sad, and just sit there and cry. It's sad. Because she's so beautiful on the inside. It does. She looks like she's hurting on the inside. And when she
is.
And tell them about her father's belief in mental health.
Yeah, we were talking last night. So dad is like, pray the sadness away. We're just going to give it to God and everything will be great. There is no medicine. There are no counselors. There is no real support.
Nope. The dad seems distant. The dad was just kind of like, let me see if I can find Dad's video and we'll end it on that one.
What? Dad did just lose a wife, so got to keep that in mind.
He did. You're right. You know what? He did lose his wife, but he's still just kind of like, I'll be there for her financially, emotionally, and then he kind of does the mentally thing, but he's so just like kind of cold about it.
He might just feel like she's doing it for attention. Doesn't want to feed into it.
Yeah, but the only thing that makes me think that maybe she didn't go, because it's been a while now, And I don't know if she would let her little siblings worry about her like that because they just lost their mom. But I could be wrong. But she is a beautiful girl.
They always are.
I mean, the one thing that you can't take away from this girl, she is beautiful. Calm down over there, Kenny and Benton.
Hey, Matt. Good morning.
Absolutely beautiful. Hi, Matt. My ex-husband.
Ooh, ex-husband.
God will fix everything. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. And it's a shame that she was that sad inside. But I do not. I mean, I would like to pull the records. I'm still searching for those court records. I don't know if they would be sealed. I don't see why it wouldn't show a court date between her and the ex-husband as far as that restraining order that supposedly faded. And how could that possibly have faded? They weren't even married for 5 years. Oh, she's lost. Oh my. Now she's definitely lost. She's just beautiful. I love her hair. She's a beautiful girl.
Maybe she'll turn up though, and everything will be all right. Just keep the faith.
Well, you just have to hope that she did run away with a boyfriend. Or maybe she didn't join the military for the right reasons, and maybe she just took off with, you know, a few friends or a boyfriend. But even at that point, I think somebody would say something just to stop people from worrying. I just don't feel like she went off on her own. She was too much into that TikTok and just. I think that to me, I either think that she had a stalker. She had a lot of followers.
She sure did.
Some of her TikTok, she was very promiscuous. As far as I'm concerned, it was just a lot of, I don't know.
Alma, I've thrown that at Mar too. There's a lot of shady stuff that goes on in the military and a lot of cover-ups. You never know.
But she left. She literally left her personal training for the National Guard. The car made it back to Columbus. Car was seen, but who was driving the car? Something tells me that there's a boyfriend that was in between the husband and what happened now, and maybe to some of her friends she was not telling them because of the fact that maybe he was.
Or she could have had a Tinder and she was just meeting somebody sporadically, and maybe something went wrong with one of those.
Absolutely. Because her two friends that were hanging up the flyers. Oh wait, that's Heidi. Never mind. Let me think. I'm getting confused on my cases.
That'll happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard any of Michaela's friends come forward and say anything.
I haven't really either. But I just think there's definitely potential for a stalker, but if her husband's moved on and she's going through so much, who's to say there was necessarily a boyfriend and not just, little things?
Yeah, we're gonna do some more digging. We're gonna actually start digging into the Omni group and see who's got ties into that company.
Oh my God, Jessica, meet me.
But go ahead and tell Jessica again, and we're gonna wrap it up right after this because it's getting late. So tell Jessica a story she's asking about about the ex-husband, real quick in a
Yeah.
nutshell.
So basically, they've been divorced 3 years, but he has been dating someone long enough in between that he's already had a full-blown wedding as of May. So he's a newlywed. He's got his hands and mind full right now. And so for her to say that there was a restraining order and that he was abusive and stalking her, we're just not seeing that right now.
Yeah, so we are looking for. Oh, and there was one other thing about the house that they owned or he owned, or what was the deal about the property? Again, there was something else about property at Fuller Ave, Fuller Street.
I can't remember if I'm confusing him and Heidi, the Heidi case.
I think I'm confusing the two of them.
Did he own the house before and after she moved out?
Hang on, let me find
I
his,
might be
their
confusing the
folder.
two.
I am so confusing the two of them. Let me open up his.
I'm sorry, guys.
file.
These things start to run together when you dig through them so much at the same time.
Yeah, we put their addresses, history side by side, and they had one together. And then he actually sold it, I think, in 2019, like a year after they separated or something. Is what it was. Right?
I think that was right.
I think that is right, but let me see. And I think it was a Fuller Street or Fuller Ave.
Yeah, Fuller Street.
And then it seemed to be like he sold it. Like, when did he buy it? Do you have the date on when he bought it? I think I'm pulling it up right now. I'm pulling it up. Hang on. Let me share my screen. Oh, that's not small. My gosh. All right, so he had the address. I don't see it. Or was that one that or did he own the one at Linden?
I remember the Morrow Creek.
I'm gonna have to open it up.
I might be able to open hers from my phone.
No, I got it. Let me just open it real quick on the site. One second, guys. Bear with us. I know people are like out of here.
Matt, they are searching a landfill right now. They expect it to take about 7 to 10 days. They haven't found her. They found the car. The car was not at the landfill, though. It was in a parking garage.
But they even said it was an underground resident parking garage.
Right.
Matt, they found something on they claimed someone said the 48th floor. Someone said in an apartment, to where they are convinced that whatever happened in that apartment, that she is deceased, and something about the trash chutes, and they're going through the landfill that trash at that building goes to. So they're telling, basically they're like convinced that she is gone. Now he had that house. Maybe he didn't. Maybe it was one of these.
I think it would have been the Morrow Creek then, because that one sticks out to me the hardest.
And he owned this house at one time, and they were both living there. I
That's
think the other
exactly
one is
right.
crossing into Heidi. Yeah, you know what? Fuller is actually Heidi's case. Yep, you're right. It is Heidi's case. It's one of the houses that he owned.
But yeah, he would have owned that from February to May of this year. And they divorced in 2019. So He kept it a little longer. Or I'm sorry, 2020. Kenny, you think she was stalking him? I think I suggested something like that to Mara. It almost seemed like maybe she was a little bitter about the fact that he has moved on.
Yeah, but he owned that property and they lived together at that property.
Right.
But her name was not on that property. Actually, Cole owned that house.
Which it looks like he would have bought it right around the time they graduated high school, so.
I think I have the actual dates written down on my notes of when he actually owned. Actually, I don't.
Well, that says 2013. So, and that was the same year they graduated. But those are sometimes wrong.
Should we call him? I'm only kidding. I'm kidding.
We called Jim.
I think I'm going to give Jim a call tomorrow. I'm not going to bother him. This guy has nothing to do with it. This guy is not running around stalking her. He's married. He's a pastor. His dad's a pastor, preacher. No, he's a preacher, right? No, wait, what is he?
No, he is a preacher.
A preacher. See, it doesn't want to load this property for some reason. I can't load this for some reason. Just keeps gathering the report. But yeah, that really doesn't matter. So what I'm thinking is that there is somebody in between, that she has been seeing somebody that we don't know about yet. We hear the rumors of somebody going to the airport to pick her up. We hear the rumors of the car being seen, and we hear the rumors of the text messages on the 24th and the 26th. But when was the time they said that the last FaceTime with her or the last message?
That was like the 20-something. Let me see if I have that.
So something to think about, guys. If you guys are investigators and you like to dig into stuff, I think the thing on this one is to figure out it's honestly to figure out, I don't even know what it is to figure out with her.
I think we need to find out if there's another person that we don't know.
Oh, besides that, there's definitely, we got to figure out if there's someone in between. I've said that 100 times. There's someone in between. There's got to be another page that she has, like a wild TikTok is what I'm thinking. It's just a feeling I have that she's hiding a secret boyfriend. And like I said, guys, go off of her TikTok. I think I can drop you the link to her TikTok. And then you can go check. And then she actually tags people. And when she tags people, if you go from there and go to the comments, like, there's definitely going to be something. There's somebody that she was seeing. And I honestly think the person that she was seeing after the husband might have been the one that was abusing her. And she was just saying that she keeps having, because why are you still talking about your husband abusing you? He's remarried. It's like, why are you talking about him for 4 months ago.
Budget Jones says the PI investigating her case says she goes by different names. So that goes along with your theory.
Yeah, she does have a few names. But if you look at these TikTok videos that I sent you and you go through those videos and listen and read the comments and try to put like who's always there commenting and going off, like there's a few. But it takes work, and some people also have real life jobs and things they have to take care of, but there is definitely someone that I feel has abused her physically and mentally, but after Cole. I think Cole's doing his own thing, living his own life. I don't think he's thinking or stalking her. I think and if she is trying to like join did she join the army to prove something to him? Did she talk about being a chaplain to prove something to him? I think she's manic and she's all over the place. And I think she kind of met the wrong person, maybe.
I agree.
Yep. And I think the key is to find that secret. It could even be a post on a TikTok on her friend's page. It's going to be there. And if you look at her TikToks and you see who she tags, you see these friends in various videos with their boyfriends, and it does say a lot. It's just going to take some more digging. And we'll wait to hear what happens with the search tomorrow with Heidi and the land search.
Buckle up for that. I feel like it's coming in fast.
Me too. Me too. I think we're definitely going to hear something tomorrow if she is in that landfill. But that's it for tonight, guys. You have anything else, Conic?
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah, been a busy day. Everyone, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Iconic.
Thank you, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, moderators. And remember, stay vigilant, guys, and keep your babies safe. Bye.
Bye.